That's how I pick video games now. I just face roll on my Twitch's game list and see what you get. I'm playing Biomutant. No, everybody, welcome back to Biomutant, where loading screen take too long, and I'm a little bit late, but that's your problem, not mine. No, it's both of our problems. Because, well, I guess not. If you're watching YouTube, it's my problem. Technically, you are completely independent of the issue. It's so weird to, like, you know, consider that somebody might be watching this afterwards, right? I was watching Black Mirror. That's why, you know, I might say something stupid like that. I don't know. I find it good and bad, right? I don't love the show. Though some of the episodes are interesting. I'm having the same kind of relationship I had with what's it? Love, Death, and Robots, right? Some of them are good, some of them not so good. Arguably, way too much sex. I don't know. I mean, sex sells, of course, and you know, whatever weird sexual pleasures you can throw in your weird society dysmorphic horror show. You know, whatever. I wonder if that brings negative points to me. I don't know. So, I'm looking to finish this game, right? Looking to reach some kind of end. Hopefully. I think, you know, we're getting kind of close, right? We've united the tribes. We only picked... I think I'm going to ask this guy to join, right? If he wants to. Join us on the old, sky boat. Also known as an ark. You know, ask him to join. We still got 2 slots open, I think. So, I don't know if it's required, or it's even going to be necessary, considering the fact that we're saving the world, not destroying it. I'm assuming by the requirement of the game for you to still pick 4 people, that it might be something that's required anyway. Like, something is going to happen that's out of your control and it resets the world anyway. So, you know. Alright, there we go. Fucking Jamaican Groot over there. It looks like Groot had sex with the Cinnamon Man. Or sorry, the Cinnamon. Here I come, I am Cinnamon. It's a long time since I thought about a fucking not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's Cinnamon Apple Jacks, right? Do they still make those? I definitely don't see a lot of commercials for cereal these days. Maybe they realize that's not something you can really advertise for, or maybe because I'm just not watching kids' channels as much. And by that I mean, I'm not watching TV to see the ads. I don't really watch a lot of ads, you know, because I use ad blockers. You know, if you want to use them, good for you. It's you know, I think it's, you know, obviously it means less revenue for me technically, but that assumes I make any real form of revenue off YouTube anyway. So, you know, take that as you will.
That there is a fume fountain where toxanol processed go juice.
Guys, you... No. Buddy boy, attack him instead. Ow. The rats are a lot easier to deal with than the Toxic Man is. So, hoping to defeat him first. you know, I was talking about something. Commercials, use ad blockers. I don't know. I don't think you're not really pulling any money out of my mouth. Realistically, I'm not making a lot on YouTube videos anyway. I do this for fun for the most part. Though, you know, I have received donations in the past, and I think if that's why, if you want to support somebody, right, that's how you do it. You know, watching ads is nice and all, but they don't actually give a lot of revenue to a content provider. If you were ever so inclined, I'm not specifying me, of course. I'm specifying, you know, better content providers. I mean, I've donated like once or twice, not in the sim kind of way, that's for sure. It was never really a girl, so that's it. I get a free pass on that one. I don't know what the. I don't know how I get in there. I wonder if I just, you know. Okay. That does not help. Just wanted to make sure. I don't actually think there's a captain. I think there's a captain, you know, at that captive spot. I also don't think there's a captive at the captive spot either. I'm pretty sure that was just the first one, but I'm not 100% sure. Same rate. I'm not really gonna bother checking it out. I mean, if I pass by close enough and it tells me there's still stuff there, then that's one thing. Why didn't he heal Volt? Okay, no, he didn't. A little bit glitchy. Just a little bit. Whatever the fuck happened to him there. Excuse me. A bit of a hiccup. I assume right. Thinking about it, you know. I think I know what country this game takes place in. I'm not gonna say it aloud, but it's an Asian country, obviously, right? They got a lot of Asian culture. I thought that was a giant bug. That would've been pretty cool. Giant insects. It's an Asian country, right? One that has a lot of toxic problems. Whichever one could it be? Which Asian-centric country has a lot of problems with toxic substances as well as dumping? That knows of a there's a lot of martial arts. I'll let you put those two things together. I wonder if that is the intention, or it's just me drawing like conclusions, right? Because you know, obviously, a lot of people are talking about the greener alternatives, and you know, you only have one planet. We need to stop pollution, so use paper straws and whatnot. And there are different takes on that, you know. Some of them more right or wrong than others. I personally don't think straw replacing is really the end-all be-all of saving the planet, but you know. Ah, fuck it. Okay, buddy, I get it, okay? No, I can't let you stand up, buddy, because if you stand up, you'll keep lasering me. You know. And I also, you know, I know that, jeez Louise, certain countries are more, I was born in the darkness, molded by it. Doesn't really look like Bane that much, does it? It just, it's like alien Bane. I turn the mic towards me a little bit more. A little closer. I feel like, because sometimes it can be a little bit quiet, to my understanding, if it's a little bit further away. Not to mention, I do tend to mumble a little bit. I know. Me, not perfect in every way.
So they match.
Unbelievable. Inconceivable. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-dum. But, you know.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate.
More developing countries are tend to be the issue with toxic, you know, whatnot production and what have you. Pollution, you can believe, is perpetrated majorly by developing nations because they just can't handle, and they haven't had the time to develop as the bigger nations have. And that's fair, you know. Ah, cool. You know, obviously they have to go through that stage, or they need to be helped through it, which is okay to do. But at the end of the day, it really isn't. You know, if you are just an average Joe or Jane, average Joe or Jane Doe living in a country like America, or most of the European ones, probably all the European ones, to be honest. Maybe not like Turkey, because that technically counts as Europe, doesn't it? Right? I don't think Turkey's known for. I don't really know what Turkey's known for. I would assume loungewear and feathered birds, as opposed to non-feathered birds, aka men. Sick fucking philosophy joke right there for those in the crowd who got that one. Give me a shout out Plato in the chat if you got that one. Behold a man. Sorry, I can't help myself. But Farty Bulbaplu. A Bulbaplod, rather. Sure, man. I'll fight a Farty Bulbaplod. But, you know, as long as you average Jane or Joe Doe, you don't pollute, right? You just keep your trash in your pocket until, you know, you have the opportunity to throw it in the trash can. Recycle. I mean, recycling, I do it, right? For the most part, I recycle. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm perfect with it. Some of my cans do make it in the trash can instead of the recycling bin. And that's due to the fact that I'm a lazy bum who does not have a separate can in my room for putting aluminum into. And what have you. Oh, is this for the key card? Ah, key card. No, it's poop. Ah, and the key card. No, it's poop. Yes. You know, just do your part. But don't go overboard, you know? I think,
Inputters need to be linked to
things like electric cars, they're not ready yet, man. You know? Elon, you're probably trying your best.
Software over
I feel like, you know, in terms of evilness of Elon, as compared to somebody like, you know, Bezos or other rich people names. Like, for example, Rockefeller. Rockefeller was a real dickhead, right? You know, he's not exactly up there on the, out to fuck over the world entirely. I feel like there was at least, or possibly still is, a little bit of good intention there. You know? But, absolute power corrupts absolutely and whatnot. I mean, fuck, I'd imagine I'd do pretty fucking evil shit if I had a lot of money. You know, hunting people for sport. Just namely. I don't know why that's What first came to mind? I'll probably have a couple of people Clintoned, you know, as you do. Get Clinton myself for saying shit like that. But you know, I think give stuff like that a little bit of time. You know, electric cars are cool and all, but they do require a lot of non-renewable resources to make, which partially defeats the point.
Stick in the key.
Especially when they're being mined in countries that are not exactly known for their clean energy habits or good mining practicality. Whatever the word I'm looking for in that scenario is. Mining technique would probably be what I was looking for. It's a cantaloupe hack curve. It's like a curved saw blade. First thing came to mind was like a shell of a watermelon or a cantaloupe after, like, you know, the kid is eating all the watermelon off. Fuck, I mean, when I was at camp, right, I went to camp once with the kid who, like, literally ate the rind of the watermelon. Like, we did a, jeez Louise. Got at least 7 stars. It's got exactly 7 stars. I think. I can't count. I'm incapable. I could try it out. I think I found majority of the shit I'm gonna find here. And that maybe there's some more stuff behind that wall, but it's not gonna get back there anyway. So let us move on. Let us move on. You know, so just do your part, right? At the end of the day, the people who are really fucking up that kind of stuff are the people who can, right? As long as you're not, like, you know, don't keep your, like, you know, if you got trash, right? Keep that shit in your pocket until you have the opportunity to throw it into a trash can. As long as you, like, do that kind of stuff, right? You know, if you walk by a recycling bin and you got a can, recycle that shit, you know? You know, your neighborhood has a recycling can. Ask, like, I mean, fuck. I called up my, you know, city hall to get my house delivered a recycling can. I may not throw everything in there, but, you know, I do my best, which is really all you can ask for, right? Not to mention, I think there's a little bit of sorting at
There's a gas capturatory not too far from here. Just keep your nose up. The Toxanol Corporation made gas into burn fuel here. It made everyone sick after a while. The poisoning happened slowly. By the time they realized it was happening, it was too late. Especially for them. Nasty as this place is, you might still find some tracks here.
You know. But, you know, do your part, right? I've got, like, a neighbor who's a little bit, I don't know what his deal with this recycling, but he doesn't like recycling because he thinks it takes jobs from the trashmen. Which, I would argue, yes, but I've also seen, you know, I'm pretty sure it's the same company that does recycling that does the trash. So, you know, fuck if I know. This is weird because, like, you know, their family's, like, very, it seems like the kind of people who'd be recycling.
That looks like you're on
you know?
track. It's comforting to travel on an old path like this. For you, I mean. Believe it or not, some liked it, even though it smelled and made them sick. Seems like those tracks never run out of gas.
What are these tracks for? Or two, or... Who knows, man? I wonder if the hand would have worked down there at the thing. Oh, is that... I've never actually followed one of these tracks to, apparently, its completion, apparently. Because there's more to it. Automaton box. Is that automation? Oh! Oh! Ooh! can't see him because he's under the thing. Have there been... oh, wait. I guess I'm down here as well, so I might as well... You know. Worth a shot. I don't remember what I have to do to get the fist. If that was... did it? No, it didn't. I thought it teleported up to you. I wonder if there's more of those like boxes that I've missed. Because I definitely found more of the tracks, right? There's a lot of shit to do. Too much, one would argue. Too many little things to do, you know? I don't know. I feel like, right, maybe it isn't too many, but it just kind of feels like it could be. Shoot as such. I don't know. Maybe I'm stuck in my ass. Considering I was going on about, you know, polluting 5 seconds ago. I don't know. I think I do my part more or less, you know. I've picked up trash off the road. I've not thrown my garbage on the floor. You know, I do my best. As long as you're doing your best, that's all you can really do. You know, you can. I mean, if you want to be more like active, I guess you could, you know, try to find ways to like either go and pick up trash in your community, like, you know, for example, with the Boy Scouts, I did a lot of beach cleanups and stuff like that, the roadside cleanups. Like you go to a highway and you clean up the trash off the side of there, and you know, it's pretty good. I'd say it's the funnest thing to do? No, but you know, if you're in high school and you need volunteer hours, it's probably a pretty easy way to do it. You know, get one of those we used to use those little grabby claws. If you were lucky, right? You were one of the kids who got the grabby claws. Yeah, like, you know, the ones the old people use to like pick up anything on the ground because they're old and they can't bend over. Bend over. You know. Or you could look into like, if you're older, you'd want to look into like seeing if you can get like, yeah, not like talking to your what's it called, your representative in your government to see if you can get kind of rules and stuff. I don't think, you know, realistically, right, you're probably not going to be able to do a lot.
You could have missed that shop
from a purely technical standpoint. Ow. Okay. You know, I'm liking the super weapon. Pretty good. Okay, you know what, buddy? You're on next, Duckhead. You're next. You're next. You gotta go down. I'm done dealing with your shit. And you're dead now. What you got for messing with me? Don't you ride up on me, matey? I'm got a Glock with your name on it. Didn't we have a, we had a character, I thought. Not a character,
Nothing gets past you.
Any perks? Apparently the list cycles and I was not paying attention. Right now, we'll reload instantly. Next magazine's.
The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the iBox broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the fields.
Yes, because two creatures dancing to straw music is really a big touchy-feely moment, you know? I know I've cried at, you know, at least one creature dancing in the straw music. Two of them? Whew! Watch out for the fucking waterworks to come out after that bad boy. I mean, fuck, I've cried at media before. Fuck, you know what movie I cried as a kid? Fucking Lilo and Stitch, the third one I think it was. Right? I think it's called Stitch Has a Glitch. Or where he fucking dies. And I'm like, I was like, you know, probably like 13 or some shit, man. Just like, you know, probably, I think it was in middle school. And I remember crying at that shit, man. I loved Lilo and Stitch when I was a kid. I used to watch, like, I watched the TV show. I did the fucking voice and shit, man. I was all about Lilo and Stitch. You know, I every time I went to Disney, I always made sure to go on that ride at least once. Right, because I live in Florida, so, you know, it's not uncommon to visit Disney World at least once or twice. You know? That was always a must-go-to stop, the Lilo and Stitch ride. A lot of fun with that. It's gone now, sadly enough, I think. Which is a real big shame. Real shame that is. But, fuck, I love Lilo and Stitch, man. That shit was fun. I also recently found out, right, that they had, like, weird Chinese and Japanese, like, versions of the show. Ah, somebody subscribed on YouTube. Lord Walnut. Oh, if you watch this, Lord Walnut, thank you. Okay? Thank you. Because it's people like you who keep me going. Imagine I had feelings. No, feelings left my body. And I crave only death. Don't kill yourself, kids. Look, it's it's Mr. fucking... I don't understand why he keeps showing up if I can't get anything from him anymore, I don't think. I'm assuming, right? He shows up only due to technicalities. Like how there's a moose one here as well. Hi. You know what I don't like about this game, one of the things I don't like, is when you're like, so a part of the game is deciding who of the 4 seats you're gonna keep, right? In terms of like letting people come with you to on the arc. I don't think that should be a good or evil choice, right? I think that should be just like, you know, just a choice. It shouldn't be good or evil, because like, I would assume if you're evil, right, you're prone to let people on there, because then you'd be by yourself and like, what's the, like, I be evil trying to like rule the world or some shit, but you can't rule a fucking party of one. You know, you gotta have somebody to boss around if you're gonna be evil. But like, at the same rate, like, you know, I'm picking whoever I decide is best for this, right? And granted, I'm personally deciding by things like, you know, usability.
No better upgrade bench arrived. Let's see.
Right, like, well, I fucking, you know, I don't know if the choice actually makes an effect on the game, but like, you know, I think that it's kind of silly that it moves you to dark or light based off your choice to let, like, you know, allow somebody a seat, which I get, like, you know, I get it's like you're basically sentencing them to death. But the same rate, not really, you know? Oh, it does give me 1 point. There's like a anti-biohazard vest, I think. So I don't want to scrap. I don't think it really matters technically, right? Because like, it's not like I can if I'm really concerned about my biohazard damage, I would just be putting on the I would just spend another one of the points to up my percentages and whatnot. I wonder. I mean, I should check as well. I guess it'd be a lot cooler, right? Because there's all these varying, you know, designs and whatnot. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I don't need energy regen. I wanted the health. Plus, I like the way the casket looks. I made the joke about Demon Slayer before, and you know. I did really like Demon Slayer. I thought it was a very good show. No, I wouldn't 100%, you know, base what you watch off what I watch, you know? "46, 46, 49, 47. 59, 58, 59, 59. Just making sure that there's something higher than 59. I feel like this is going to be my end of the game equipment, more or less. So... Sorry if this is a little boring for you, but, you know, it had to be done eventually. The world is majorly not fun. Not fun and... That's not what I meant. That came out wrong. That came out very wrong. I can't even scrap that. I wish there was like a mark things as trash. You know, I don't want most of this crap. Get rid of it. I think we've scrapped everything, literally. It's not gonna use any of those weapons anyway. Okay. Clean up my damage a good bit. Good chunk of damage. Called Dumb Looking Gnat. Sorry, the Majut. Because, you know. The only person who get mad at me is myself, but I can't help it. I'm just that kind of person. I hate myself. How are any of you watching this, honestly? Jeez Louise. I'm so insufferable. Hey, can I have my weapons equipped, please? Maybe you should just invite Gulp.
Let's see.
Alright, let's get the alcoholic on the boat. You know, he looks like he'd be good in a fight. So far we have a...
Choo-Choo knew
I think we did pick up Gulp, didn't we?
All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him. Claims rails are like rules. If you follow them the way you're supposed to, everything good in life can roll your way. Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track, or look for a way to hit that switch? You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path. Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them, and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on? Thinks everyone has. No one's perfect every time.
Not, you know,
Seems
murdering
like
everybody.
the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground again. Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the world chug around. But let's not get derailed. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo-Choo. He's been off track since the world started.
I mean, God, man.
But he's
I feel like
trained
we,
his
you
mind
know.
to stay positive regardless of the situation. Figures that's true, but they can get you close enough to most things for most reasons. You can stumble along.
Not to mention, there's a lot of fucking broken
He's
trains on the
convinced
tracks.
Tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though,
Can you
sight
pick up the train, like...
needs a new wing nut to get back on track. Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off. Says you're just like he used to be, a one-track mind, but going the right way.
Duck for leaves before light. There is when you're not for long.
I'm done with you two. So fucking done. I'm so tired of those two. I don't know who their voice actors are. I don't know, you know, I get the... That was fucking, you know... Immediate and heavy.
Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go.
Part of me wishes there was just the scrap button here. Again, also, like, if there were, like, I don't think I said it. I was going to say it last time. If there were, like, a, Oh, there's another old world gadget here before we go. I gotta come back here anyway, but, you know.
You need to swivel the Globus's bearings. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Does that... I mean, it is our Earth. For the most part. It looks a lot more like... I mean, maybe it's just an old globe where maps were not as accurate. I mean, technically, maps aren't very accurate these days because, you know, what I don't know what the remember what the phenomena is called, but the way the maps folded, a lot of the space was a lot bigger than it is and smaller than it is, you know. Just to make it look like a globe, or to, you know, close it up properly. I don't remember what the phenomena is called. I just know that the globes aren't technically accurate. That's what I remember. Yeah. Was I talking about something?
Hey, this locked up tight.
Did I get distracted after I was talking about something? I always forget, right? It's like, you know, obviously, if I get distracted, I'm just a big dummy. And I try to remember the stuff I get distracted about. But it don't always work out that way, you know? It's weird to me that they're wearing, like, animal helmets. Like, I wonder if we found these animal helmets, or if we crafted them. Right? Like, you know, were they just like mascots?
It's a...
Or, you know, are they just things we decided to make to mimic other animals? I would assume, right? Excuse me. I would assume that the masks are old world relics, for lack of any real better term, because they resemble animals that exist in our current time, not in the game's current time. Like, as far as I'm aware, I've not seen a fucking panda, and this looks pretty much like a regular panda. Plus, some of them kind of look like some of the mascots on the walls, didn't they? What you got in here? Like a kukri knife.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
It's kind of a shame, right? Like, you know, obviously I wouldn't put music on a Twitch video because I've got to upload it to YouTube after, and that obviously wouldn't fly. But you know, I one of the streamers I used to watch, because he's not currently streaming right now because of a whole debacle he got involved with because somebody really hated his guts and decided to lie about him. Oh, look, there's another one on. Yeah, because I've been seeing those around, but I never fucking thought to check them. Oh my, I've missed so many of those. Let's go figure out where the thing is. Yeah, because there's the tracks. Is this, No. No, that's over here, right? Yeah, that's the Chug Yard I'm thinking of. We've not been to this one. Okay, yeah, no, because this looks a lot like the, obviously, I mean, they're both fucking train stations, like end-of-the-line train station places, so of course they look the same. But, end of the line, boy. I'll try and hit him. Am I in his mouth now? Cool. Cool EO, I guess. Those missiles finally caught up with them. Some more poop, because you know, poop is a legitimate form of reward, I guess, for some reason. I bet you that requires the better one. Oh no! I do find it really annoying that you have to hit it 3 times, and then it knocks you back each time. Like again, right? I think it'd be a lot better if you had just a button you hit. Like, you can let them use the weapon as a weapon if they want to, right? If I wanted to use the fist, let me use the fist. Whatever, that's cool. But, like, you know, make it so that at least just make it like a button to interact with the wall and just smash it down like that instead of having to make me hit it 3 times, you know? It just ends up being a little annoying because it knocks you back each time, and then I gotta charge it up again, and it knocks you back again. Maybe it's me being lazy. I mean, again, right? Whenever I make a statement about a game, right, or a thing, I always think it's good, right, to make your own opinion. Like, I never pass final judgment on something. I never pass final judgment on something without at least trying it myself. Right? Like, I'll say I don't like a movie that I haven't watched. It's not, you know, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna go and watch it. Right? But, you know, I'm not gonna prevent you from watching it because of that. And, if you think you'd like it, go and watch it, you know? Oh. But, you know, I can definitely tell whether something's gonna be my, like, for example, like, right, just, I mean, the only fucking example I can really give is movies or anime, right? I don't really, watch too much TV nowadays, but, you know, I can definitely look at something and determine whether or not it's my type of jam, you know what I mean? It's my cup of tea. Right, because, you know, I'm not in the fucking, I'm not in the market for, like, murder mystery cop shows, right? That's not exactly my thing. Or I'm not looking to watch a lot of reality TV or anything, like, you know. I'd love watching it with my idiot, but, you know, I don't really get that opportunity anymore, so. No idiot for me. Just me, I have to be my own idiot these days. But there he is. Go away, you freak. I wonder if I have to just keep following him to somewhere. I'm looking for the, Ducky Mo Mo. I'm looking for the damn board so I can find the, so I can get the other automaton. I think that's here. Is that it over there? Ducky Mo Mo. He's your very best friend. Let's look for those old world gadgets. Trying to sniff out some old world gadgets up in here. You know how it is. I think it's about 100. I don't know.
Looks like the radionic controls need a nudge to frequency an airwave signal. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Got that first one confused. Oh, cool, achievement for that. Wasn't even part of the plan. For that, I think they give you like little bonuses. Bonuses. That's how I'm pronouncing it now. Bonuses to stats when you do them. There's that slide that went directly over the, Okay, yeah, cool. I guess that, deflect didn't work, just for whatever reason. Oh, those are the secondary missiles that fires off. Just killed them. Let's, pick up the thing here.
What a notice board. With those who moved through here, they must have had a lot to say to each other. There's a chug stop around here, no doubt about it. Choo-choo stopped here, back before the fuel ran out. With enough go juice, you can still make them run. I hear at least one of them chugging about from time to time. Don't just look at the rails, and you might find traces of other things.
Is the narrator the automaton? Is he like a piece of like old world tech that's been repaired to... Is that what's happening? Because like I never really put two and two together in that sense.
You found that track. Keep looking for things like that. And back in the old days, they used to move a lot of track. There's more trail to find still.
Huh. I didn't really think that the narrator was the toy, the automaton, but I guess that makes sense. Kind of really annoying that you have to follow it properly. Just because I already went through here. I wish I'd known about this earlier. really do. I mean, like, I guess I passed by a lot of these that I never really considered that were. I think right. I think I remember seeing at least a couple of those boxes previously, and thinking that it looked like something, but obviously they didn't have a marker on them, so it's not gonna collect them anyway. So, it feels kind of bad, man. Now that I know they are something that I could have been collecting the entire time. Not much I can do about it, though, you know.
The Wingnut Shug Tunnel. It goes on forever.
I mean, that can't be true. That can't be true. It still has to. I mean, it has to have an entrance and an exit, right? Do tunnels have to have an exit? Right, because I don't think a tunnel insinuates as an exit to it. It's just like a path in the ground, right? Underground path is what a tunnel is. Then, I guess a tunnel could just be a dead end, right? Though, I would assume... I mean, obviously, right, I don't think people dig tunnels for no fucking reason. I guess it's just, to me, right, at least, you know, with a current day mindset and all, you would assume that every tunnel has an entrance and an exit, because what other kind of tunnel would there be? You know? Like, when I use the word tunnel, I'm referring to things like, you know, underground roads and whatnot, right? Because, like, you know, a word has context in the time, right? Like, oh, there's so many things I could have said to get in trouble there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a word has context in time, where a tunnel might be something else in the future, or whatnot. Or how, I don't know, like, they show, like, those weird fucking, those weird, like, use of a word over time, and then they show, like, for example, like, yeet was used back in 1776 or something, where, like, a word used to exist but had a different meaning, and then probably faded to obscurity and is not being reused, or, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, who fuck knows what a yeet would be back in 1776? Or was it I don't know. I'm sure either that they're made up because, you know, it's internet memes. How many of them are actually fucking things that are really happened and or, you know. Don't get me wrong, I like memes. I'm not a big fan of the ones like, you know, those ones. Like, oh, this word used a lot nowadays, right? Like, simp. But, you know, it was used back in 1435, and it shows a picture of, like, King George calling somebody a simp or something. Somebody calling King George a simp, because, you know, he's always in search of mediocre pussy. None of them granted him sons, so yeah, I'd say that was pretty mediocre pussy in his fucking book. Oh, it kind of feels weird to say that word, pussy, just because, like, you know, again, I'm not, you know, an overly sexual deviant kind of person, but and I don't have an issue with saying the word. It's just, you know, I've got no issue with pussy, okay? It's a weird word to just say to you. So, like, cause, right, all things considered, right now, I'm a guy in his 20s. Hunched over a little bit because I'm kind of leaning forward in this scenario, wearing a pop culture reference shirt, as old nerds tend to do.
Just a few moves left.
Repeating the word pussy. Vagina be better? I don't know. I think it's just the word, right? Like, you know, there's different ways to refer to a dick, and some of them are just weirder to use than others. I mean, fuck. Like I said, I've been watching a Black Mirror for some reason because it's just I'm bored, right? When I want to put something on that I'm not exactly going to pay attention to, that's what I'm going to right now because I can't exactly watch anime in the background. Well, I'm thinking about rewatching Full Metal Alchemist in English just so I can leave that on the background. But I don't think I watched it in Japanese. I'm pretty sure I watched it in English originally. But points in case the point was intended to be that it's what I've been watching, and somebody said like fucking Dick injected his baby batter or something like that. It was something real fucking weird. He said. It's in the episode about the guy running the illegal technology museum. So like just like stuff he's collected that's been outlawed. I think it was kind of neat that they included like wink wink to other episodes. That's always kind of fun, right? When the viewer goes, haha, I know what that is. That was just the shop. Oh, I gotta forget about these beavers I didn't take care of. But just it's like the more you use a word, right, the more you get desensitized to it. So obviously I have no issue saying certain words that other people might have issues saying, like penis. That's not exactly the example I was going for, but I'll leave it up to your imagination as to what I meant. That's the thing, right? I like to leave it up to imagination, purely because you can either think I'm a better person or worse person than I am. And overall, I'm not going to tell you what word I meant, what phrase I'm referring to, or what inclination or intonation I'm going with when I'm saying any word, statement, or otherwise. Right? And, you can insinuate what you want from it. You could assume I was talking about MILF. I mean, fuck, that's a term I don't use. And one I am slightly disgusted by. Like, obviously, I get the concept of the MILF. Not exactly my cup of tea overall, right? I don't want to fuck somebody's mom. Not literally, at least. I guess at some point in my life that might be the only option I have, but... cries. He's planning to put points in the barter. I never fucking barter anyway.
Hey there, Crusher.
I don't like the term. Or even worse, gilf. Like fuck me. I'd rather do the MILF thing. Like I get it, right? Big titty onason or whatever you want to say. Big titty okasan. Okay, give me your Bobby Bilkies and whatnot. That's on recording now. That's gonna go on YouTube. People are gonna hear that. Why am I alive? But it's like there's certain words people like, like fucking Funari or boy pussy. People have different takes on those words. Whether or not they're okay with saying it. To be fair, I don't think there's a word I'd ever avoid saying overall, Not that I think of off the top of my head. And, if you type it in chat, I probably will not respond to it proper. I refuse to have any real proof that I said or did these things. And while a statement, like I'm okay with saying words. Other people aren't. You know, that can be taken in any way, shape, or form, right? I don't think that could be used against me in a court of law. Maybe. I don't think, you know. I just feel like, right, as long as you leave it vague enough, you're probably fine. Right? It's not like, you know, it's for example, like, you know, what is it? Like, you know, I'm not famous enough or popular enough to have this happen to me. But for example, with the, you know, the Twitch streamer that I liked watching, right? I majority watch his VODs. Don't get me wrong. I mean, fuck, most Twitch streams I know majority watch VODs of instead of the actual Twitch stream, because one of the content watchers I watch is on the other side of the fucking pond. You know, they're over in Europe, and I can't watch European stuff because I wake up at like 12 o'clock my time, which is, you know, well past their time. But I mean, fuck, I'm lucky enough to catch my D&D stream for the High Rollers live, you know. But he's not streaming right now because he got what's we're looking for, accused of doing wrong. And personally, I don't believe it, right? And also, I think you know, it was already proven wrong. Like the person who accused him already came out and said, "Yeah, I was lying." I always find it funny, right? Like, you know, they try to ruin these people's lives, and they very quickly give up on that, like, you know, attempt. Like some people never fucking, you know, never admit they're wrong about it, and you know, that's fair. I wouldn't, if I'm never going to, right? I'm not gonna fucking, you know, I'm personally not gonna do something like that because, you know, that would imply that I was mentioned sexually, and that's just unbelievable. But you know, if I were lying, right, I wouldn't fucking admit that I was lying. You know, I'd die before I admit I was wrong. Well, no, wrong is the wrong word, because, you know, I've gotten arguments online and been wrong. Have I admitted I was wrong with them? Sometimes, yes. Other times, no, I prefer to die on the hill. For fun. Like, you know, whatever. Either I don't think that the person was right, or, like, you know, there are scenarios in which the information they supplied, you know, I don't think it's true. No, he's... Oh my god. Look, if you have metal armor, right, that prevents me from fucking shooting you, then you cannot have any kind of close-range stun attack. Right? Like, this grab is bullshit. I can't shoot him, I have to get in range. Normally I deal with these guys by shooting them because, you know, I don't have to deal with the fucking nonsensical, unblockable attacks that they fucking pull off. Right? I think they're garbage. But the grabs, I hate the grabs so much. Because the only thing I can do is, like, roll out of the way. There should be, like, a roll notification. Like, roll now. Same with parry, right? Because if you parry if you roll in the parry notification...
asks you to do the is grateful.
If you roll with the parry notification, you roll, right? It does a slow motion roll. And that's fine, right? That's a good way to fucking handle it, I guess. That's another option instead of, like, physically parrying and, like, you know, because... For example, the larger bio creatures that give you the blobs, unparryable for the most part. All it does is stun them from that one attack, right? So, sorry, I can't help myself. I hate when people go, I don't say I hate it, but you know, it's something like I hate when I do it, right? Like there was a fuck. My teacher in 5th grade, granted, I liked that teacher, right? She was actually my 3rd grade teacher as well. She moved up to 5th grade so she could teach the same students she had in 3rd grade, because most of us were still in the same class. You know, I was in fact gifted at one point. Stayed in the gifted program throughout my entire schooling. I'm now a loser. And I cry because it hurts. One of the girls in class, she had a very like bad case of the as my teacher probably would have put it, and she fucking went off on her one day, like, you know, it just in her fucking face. It was kind of me in the moment, Like, I wouldn't say, like, I liked that teacher. I think she was a fine teacher. There were some things she did that I was not fond of personally. Right? There was we won, like, a DJ dance or something, right? Like a party, like a... I don't know if it was, I think it was because we did, like, got a certain grade, like a certain GPA rating or something for the school. And we were allowed to have, like, a DJ dance party thing. And, personally, dancing ain't my fucking, ain't my cup of tea. I'm a bit on, you know, oh, fuck, I'm not gonna go there. I'm a bit on the head, I got a thick bone. No, I'm fat. I am obese. That's part of the reason I don't use a camera. The other part is because I don't want to buy one. I don't like how I look. Not to the point of, like, I'm okay with how I am, but that doesn't mean I want to show off myself, you know? I mean, fuck, I'm probably glistening with the sweat of 1,000 pig boys ATM because of how fucking hot it is in my room constantly. So, I mean, that and I'm not wearing pants, so I can't exactly show that on Twitch. Like, it's too hot, man. Like, if I felt comfortable not wearing a shirt 9 times out of 10, I probably wouldn't be. I don't know. I like being clothed for the most part. Making sure there's another one from another room. So that works. No time to dodge out of it because I can't, you know. At least with the contagion thing, it's doing damage to him. But we had one of those dances, and of course dancing. Like I said, dancing. No, I think it's never really been. You know, I'm not an outgoing person majority. I mean, I don't talk on like fucking video game chats. Like, you know, when I played, you know, very, very specific about that. When I played Overwatch, you know, didn't really use the voice chat all too much. Was more or less a listener for that kind of shit. You know. And I didn't want to dance, of course, so I just sat there looking like a piece of shit. Probably a, you know, a sour look on my face, because granted, I wouldn't say I have a resting bitch face, but it's probably not too far off, you know? Especially nowadays when I look like I want to fucking die 24/7. Which, you know, that's kind of fair.
Choo-Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your
But
station
she, like,
for a
fucking
good reason,
forced me to dance with
he
her,
understands
and I
no one
basically
gets
fucking
their
started
tracks
crying, because I was like, I don't want to be doing this. What are you
He'd
doing
be
this to me
happy
for?
to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business that needs to be unstuck. He keeps it safe in a box on the handcart, in case of emergency. Yes, for something catastrophic, like something squeaky in need of greasing, or an ointment to ease the pain in these dark times in general.
Are you drinking
Choo-Choo
oil?
says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the... He's
Oh my
convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there that need grease. Seems glad you think so. Choo-Choo says he can't wait to get out of this. Says you...
Thank you, Choo-Choo. Have a nice day. It's a gun that does damage. Sure, man. Why not? Why the fuck not?
You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo-Choo says he feels strongly about helping his... He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself. Figures everyone chooses their own path. The longer you ride the rails, though, the easier it is to travel with friends. Choo-Choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a chug that bets it could fly circles around any chug yard. The world's... Says he's happy, but wonders who...
So, what we have here is
A conscious... You think the world will be a better...
well, anyone...
Hopes you figure out someone better to ride. Choo-Choo says he's ready. Says good...
I don't need just a train rider. Okay, I'm getting this yellow Pikachu guy. I'm fucking walking back there. Well, I ain't walking. You can't make me. But, you know. That was an experience I had in elementary school. I still do. I mean, I still do have fond memories of the teacher. She was a good teacher, I guess. I remember other stuff with her being fun and whatnot, but you know. To be fair, I don't have a lot of memories back then. My memory is shot to shite. One might argue it's part of the depression. One might argue that I was just stupid. Both people might be right.
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the Octopod is properly armed. He's happy to tell you that the cannon he's been working on now just needs ammunition.
What is that
He says
fucking
his
thing?
old friend Boom makes all things that go bang. There's a
Oh, they're
rumor
like
that some of
paddles, I
Boom's
think.
pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. You should keep an eye on the horizon for pyros. If you're fast, you have a shot at cap. It's like a bomb on a...
I thought we'd have to go talk to Boom. Which I was really happy with, because you know, I know he's far away, but I can just warp there to him because he's one of the people we've met. And exit. Matter of fact, it's not even an exit. But yeah, easy to warp to because we've already been there. Easy to back from. Where is this? Damn it! It's right. It's right on the path we took to get here. I get to the other place. Which technically would have been on the path to get back here. So you know, I wasn't 100% wrong. Need to watch out for that ledge because that is insta death. Because for some reason the Goo Glider can't, you know, handle surf. You know, or something like that. Just electronic scrap. I mean, there is value in collecting that stuff still, because I can still go do more upgrades on my weapons, but I'm not overly concerned. Oh my god, you really make me walk. It's never fun to walk the same path twice, you know? Because then you gotta just re-see shit you've seen before. And apparently refighting enemies which you fought it already. Who I refuse to fight again. So, however, we will not be stopping here unless I see something that... If I were to see some superb loot just sitting there in the open, that'd be a different story. But seeing as I highly doubt that would be happening, I always go a little country for some reason. I mean, I'm in the north part of the South, you know? I'm very southern, but I'm in the north part of the South. You know what I mean? So I think I've probably said it on the stream like a million times, probably in the past. But you know, in Florida, it's the reverso world, right? The more northern you go in Florida, the more southern it gets. Ah, see, I told you that this fucking door would was not opening for me because you'd have to come back here when they have a quest for it. Wow. This guy fucking invulnerable or some shit? What was that about? Were they just hitting the box of the yeah. The rocket box? I can't even speak. I need to, sorry, I'm just turning my fan a little bit closer to me. So I can get some air, sweating a little bit in the neck. Man, it's a wonder I always get these to go to the right fucking place, considering how insanely they fly. And then I also don't die on impact.
That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off.
So sorry. I'm catching pre-lit fireworks because as long as they've started firing but not exploded, they're okay to use still. Okay, you know. I respect your opinion, but you're fucking wrong. In every way, shape, and form. There's no way a rocket which has been lit and is flying around is still usable. Sorry. So right. He's still gonna. Whoa. Did I glitch out there a second there? Did you see my like body extend? Where did those spinning arms go, huh?
The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt the Merc Puff where it counts. He hopes so, as there's no plan B.
Oh, it's back again, that spinning thing.
Correctly, plan C. Out of date has named this plan B. Plan A was to take on the World Eaters by foot, or flaps in this case. Turns out swimming down there was a bad idea. Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos, scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the Merc Puff in particular. Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf. This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find he used to...
It's fine. I don't need to know that much about him. I do, again, wish that you would have told me about all these at once. Instead of... I don't know. I feel like, right, that it'd be a lot easier if you just told me about all the fucking quests at once and I can do them all at one time. So that, you know... Or at least I can go from quest to quest, right? Like, I get the first part, right? The, where, you know, the wrench didn't work, so we had to go find some oil. I get that, right? That's fine. But then, like, you know, if you know I'm gonna need the rockets, and you know I'm gonna need the fucking, you know I'm gonna need the guppos, you could tell me about those beforehand. You really could. And you'd save me and you time. Like, I mean, come on. Just a little bit of consideration, man. It'd be a lot easier if, you know, just told me about, like, the steps to the quest. So I wouldn't have to, like, the part that really, I think this is really the kicker, is that I have to return to him each time and then essentially go to the same place. Like, I know it's not the same place, right? It is different locations each time. But they're all in the vicinity of each other, right? This could have been, like, you know, looking at the map, I could have done this, gone over to the Bane plant, and then went all the way over to the, you know, the end of the line and dealt with Chucho. Right? I feel like that would have been reasonable. You know? Is it that big of a deal? Probably not. When it's the fourth fucking set of quest lines.
Says the state of it's hard for if it wasn't for Gil, who gives them a good scrub now and then, figures that's the only says there's a lot of shore. But you look, he tries to clean. Good to see someone care about a dying world. Figures Gil.
You know, like each one of them has had. Well, actually, I think the first one didn't, but the majority of the World Eater quests have been multi-step parts, which I mean, like, it's not like these add-ons are a surprise to each of the inventors, right, or the quest givers, because technically the woman who handled the riding animal, like the horse breeder, essentially, she didn't invent the horse or the saddle or anything. But the most thing she can be attributed to that is, like, you know, the inventing the method of breeding him or taming him or whatever, or the hook that she gave me to pull on rocks with. Oh, it's fucking Popeye.
Let's see.
You know, I just feel like, you know, would have made everything a little bit easier and more stomachable.
This is Burblebottom, residence of Guild.
It just makes it feel like
Finally get to meet you. He's
you're
seen a lot of
extending it
things walk up
unreasonably.
on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you. Figures it's impossible. As bad as the air might be, the goo is even worse. It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future. But which way are you going now?
Histo-future.
With the flow or against? It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it sweep you away. Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty. Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by. Wonders who would want to. The right wave takes you where you want to go. Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to live. Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo. Happy you ride alongside the Myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with. Says they but none of that. He never.
Yep,
even
I get it.
He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree. But it's forced to claims the surf is poison now. Anything that drinks it becomes poison too, including the Tree of Life. His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you in the right direction. But here, you're only going to find dead ones. He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. Well, at least the ones that aren't already rotting. If you head in the right direction, you'll find a clean enough figures he's...
Again, you know, a little bit kind of done with all the talking. I'm also kind of happy because I think, yeah, good. This is exactly, I wanted to go over here, but I'm like, you know, maybe I'll go there on the way back. Don't need to. That's where I gotta go anyway. It's good. Really good that I didn't go there first to dick around, because I'd be upset personally if I went over there and I had to go back. But sometimes the target in this game is not. Getting tired of having fucking, you know, like enemies punt me around. You're tight of your shit, Snuddle. You're tight of your shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. I bet he's just a beat boop cartridge guy. Have you heard of the video game arcades that have been around? I mean, granted, how am I that much different, but you know. You hear about the video games going on, kids? Aren't they amazing? Is the water really poisoned? I'd imagine the water is fine. Obviously, the poison water, the water that's full of toxin and whatnot, the oil leaks, I think, would be the poison. That's cool. Cool bug.
This is Guppy Grotto.
Yeah, is this a grotto for guppies or a grotto for tentacle porn? Because I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. And it ain't gonna be pretty. Just like one of my Japanese anime, Snake. Oh, jeez.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
A lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Did I not just scoop them out of the water? They have to be jumping. Also, do these fish have fur on them? Because I would assume they would. If I haven't made my opinions on the fur, the amount of fur in this game, you know. What if it's required level 2? Wouldn't that be fun? There's like a full charge then. Not gonna make a difference in that swing anyway, because that's already broken, but... Boy.
Locked solid.
Pretty sure that's not how a crowbar works, but okay.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I'm surprised that I got to finish that. Yeah, I think I understood where that was going, game. Gonna be honest, I have the power of observation. Not to mention, ooh, that's neato. Otherwise, there's only one fucking locked door that I had to pass by to get to this place, so you know. Fucking, I could tell me. That's cool. I can stick my gun through the glass, but I can't jump through it. I was trying to see if there's anything on the path up. Any secrets. Secret. It's a secret. Kind of miss Battleblock Theater. I mean, in the way that I can miss a game, like it's like, you know, never play it again for the first time kind of thing.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Or that I have no friends to play it with. One of those two things. I get the feeling that I miss it enough to say that I miss it, but not enough to play it again. Or I don't know. I think it's one of those games, like, for example, when we played Outer Worlds. No, not Outer Worlds. Was it called the Outer Worlds? I think it was called the Outer Worlds. And I was technically unable to get all the achievements because you have to play it in multiplayer. I hate multiplayer achievements. For games like Battleblock Theater, I think you could play it in, like, free online play. But even then, again, you never really played Battleblock Theater or Castle Crashers or that stuff without people you knew. You either played it by yourself or you played it, you know, with people you knew. So, the very idea that I would play it without, you know, random online. It's kind of silly. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking on my ass. Maybe I'm just being dumb. Maybe it's some mixture of the two. Maybe I'm nostalgic for a time that never happened. Maybe, just maybe it's Maybelline. Anti-biohazard crop top. I can't help but feel like that would be ineffective. Right? Don't get me wrong. Fuck, I don't even know what yeah, like, crop tops are nice, I guess? It's not exactly the kind of shit I'd wear. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than nothing. Right? That's probably a good way to put it. It's better than nothing, but, I don't think a crop top would be, it's like that Family Guy joke. Where Peter's like, you idiots, you were looking for guys with, army costumes. You know? Or the picture of the guy in the, like, full-on relaxation gear, walking with a couple guys in biohazard suits. It's like, they're looking for people in the biohazard suit, you know. Who says I can't be safe and fashionable? Sorry, 1 second. Making sure that I am fine. Okay. So tomorrow, right, as I think I've said, my sister is graduating, right? Not giving any more information on where she's going or whatever. If I want to ruin my life by letting you guys know where I live and stuff, that's one thing, but, you know. So she's having a fucking graduation party. Granted, part of the reason I never had that kind of thing is because I didn't really... I had friends back in high school. But
That seems to
we only
be
had like a
enough
small thing.
gumpos
Actually, I
to
think
provide
me
the
and them went out for
Octodon
like
with
dinner.
infinite ammunition. He's surprised the Merkpuff's been able to hold its breath
But
all this time.
didn't have like a fucking full-on party. So now they're having a fucking 6-hour party tomorrow. Right? And first off, my family expects me to go to that, which I hate parties. Especially with, you know, people I don't fucking know.
Being underserved has meant the
Suppose it's probably gonna be like, you know,
been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed. This means the northwest route has suffered more damage. He's realized there's a chance all of you who are gifted with traits beyond the ordinary mammal wouldn't have been so lucky if it wasn't for the contamination's effect on evolution.
So do you not have gifts beyond that of an ordinary mammal? So, you know, I don't really want to go to a party which consists of possibly some of my family. Like, first off, right, it's not even just my sister, right? It's my sister and her friend are having it at the same place. Right, they're using like her friend's house. Also, this has been a very small trip to, you know. I just didn't want to map out a whole fucking underground area. I just have to tap the fire button each time. A little annoying. I do like this little like sea tile area. Though if it was just here, buddy, I feel like you could have done a little bit to try to prevent it from beating. Drop some depth charges, that kind of thing. I'm just gonna dodge that. I think I try dodging down. This is exactly the most fleshed out set of controls I've ever used. Okay. Yeah, I would say this area of the game isn't as fun. Boss fight's definitely not already looking to be kind of a bit of a negative. It doesn't seem like the melee attack really does anything. How much to fucking dodge these? They're apparently fucking tracking. What's the lock-on button again? You know, that mechanic I've never used in the game. Come on, knock off Bowser. Now he's farting sea mines, I guess. Am I pulling his head out, or what am I face fucking him? I wonder if there's achievement associated with this one or not. My god. So how am I standing my own on this against this guy? He's like, he controls like all the water. He fires like, bubbles of destruction and death. All it takes is for him to clap. The game's also not having too much fun with this. I don't think this game was amazingly optimized either. It's having a little bit of a chug. That's on my side, not yours. Don't worry about it. I've tried to look into it a little bit, but that's a lie. I haven't. Oh, now you're stealing Godzilla moves, huh? How about fish? Pew pew. I'm worried about is like fucking Mega Beam, like what that's gonna do to me if it hits me. I feel like it's like a one-hit kill with this game. I also wonder, right, so the mount... I don't feel like I'm going to be able to summon this guy anymore after I kill him. Not the guy, obviously, the boat. The weird squid submarine thing. I don't think they would summon it again. Because I don't feel like they... I feel like they would have mapped out more area for you to traverse with if you had upgrades and stuff for it. You know what I mean? I guess after modeling 30 different versions of the submarine, they were fine with not not modeling, or 15 versions of the mech and the
That was the last of them.
other thing first.
You sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game. You have your destiny.
I don't remember the Avengers music.
He never told anyone about what's next, but he's sure it involves you. Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. You've become their pride, the guiding light of the tribe. It's time to return to the tree one last time. He's learned you discovered and activate. That's the only word that... Just imagine how much more of the world you can see in... You fought well for the world. You can be questions if you could...
So, what we have here is an
So
opportunity.
that's fun.
If you want...
You guys have had the same conversation like 30 times.
Almost can't speak. He's so happy. Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes talking to you. Says you...
Since I don't have another idea of who I want to bring with, and we can't bring Honky, Juju, or something or another. Right. Choo Choo, Honky, or one of them is like that guy. That's Honky. I think Choo Choo is this guy. No, it's Gizmo. He said no, though. There's Gulp over here, right? Oh, Juju was the tailor. I'm like, we don't really need a tailor on our arc. I don't think Mito... this is a Choo Choo. I mean, I don't even know where the other people would be. And I feel like this is more or less the end game, like he said. Coulda... You know what? Fuck it. Moog's like a good hunter, right? He's probably pretty good doing wrong. If he'll accept it. I don't think he will, though. A lot of sugar ants. Try to get rid of. A lot of sugar ants. That could be the good... You know. I don't know. I think there are like a lot of NPCs we haven't even met yet. Just haven't met them yet. But I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize for my outburst. It'll probably happen again. But I don't really want to scour the lands for
Moog
stuff.
asks if you know the first rule of monster hunting. It's to go where the monsters are. To hunt, you must know the grounds of your prey. Few monsters warrant the fear we have for them, and you don't look like someone that's easily scared. You could help him out. Start with one monster and take it from there. Spot its tracks and report back. Also, bring back any poo you find. His friend Boom has a nose, and a use for that. Says you seem to have decided the kind of hunter you need to be.
Hunter.
He didn't expect you to be back so soon. Didn't have much.
Yeah, let's take care of his quest. Right? Where's that even? Jeez Louise. It's warp there and back. Oh, I don't mind walking a bit, but geez, I'm kinda reaching the end of the rope, you know? Got an hour left, I wanna make sure to beat the game, and I kinda want Moog to be the last guy to come with us. Because what you know, assuming we're going to a new world, we've got a mechanic, we've got a animal handler, we've got a swimmer, because I guess I wanted him to be nice, and then a hunter. See, I mean, I guess like right, the guy he's an adventurer, right? Explorer. We can what's not we can mark him down as, right? Because he invented the goop glider, which is useful. He's a bit of an inventor, and he's also, you know, a bit of an explorer, right? He's just the explorer for our water, and Moog will be our explorer for land. I don't know if Out of Date's gonna go fucking nuts and try to blow up the world or something, and that's why we all need to get in the Ark anyway. I don't know. One would assume that with the plan to save the world, one might not need to invite anybody to go on the Ark with them. But the game still has it as a quest, so I assume it's kind of important, right? I mean, I guess you technically don't need to fill those seats either way. You don't even need to fill any of the seats. I mean, that's what the Darkness guy wants. He just wants you to float around in space all by yourself for some reason. All on your lonesome. So, who knows how it's gonna... I have not, you know... 100% honesty, I have not spoiled any of it for myself so far.
This is called Suburbia, a place to get away from the city stink.
You know? So, maybe it'll be something that I'm not expecting. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, I'm more than happy to do this, though.
Squeeze up and then down. Get the rhythm right.
Buttons aren't exactly fun, especially when you're trying to remember
Snap that off.
Xbox buttons on a PlayStation remote. I ain't the smartest tool in the shed. It doesn't help at all when level 2 needed. Oh my god. As I said, if I just had tool sets. I need to switch tools for this. I'm upset. Not really, you know. Just wanna, you know. I just want to know if people think it's a good idea or not, and I've not got any kind of feedback on that because, you know, nobody's in chat, so. Nobody said anything on my videos, and, no. All majority jokes aside. Again, a lot cooler if it had elephant skin, right? Like if this was like some kind of ancestor of the elephant. Or rather not ancestor, descendant of the elephant. and not a Humphalump because it's purple and has fur. Oh, jeez, the fucking wheeze, boy. Really, God, I don't like that it walks on its back legs at all. It doesn't look like it should. It doesn't exactly look like it's built for hind leg walking. More like maybe rearing, but like, when it starts stepping around like that, you know, jeez. I'll take a quick aside to see what the Superbia vault looks like. God. Just go ahead and die, buddy. Just let them have fun over there. Where is that? There's been kind of issues though. It's weird that they built all these vaults but didn't leave anybody behind to live in them. Right? Like, it's one thing to, you know... It's weird to me, right? It's weird to me that they made vaults... especially vaults that don't seem to have much of a living space. But they also made arcs. Like, it doesn't... I mean, I guess, right. It's a rifle, I want a rifle. I would assume that the majority of the damage to the vaults currently, like, that we've seen, is more or less due to wear and tear, right? Like, just general mistreatment because... the lack of any kind of real maintenance, right? Because like this, I don't think this shit collapsed, right? I feel like, you know, you guys made these vaults, you made the arcs, right? But nobody lives in the vaults. Like, there aren't any humans around now, unless the fucking animals are humans too. Like, you know. That's the big twist. The all these weird-looking animals used to be human, and that's how they survived the apocalypse. But like, I don't know. I mean, obviously there are people out in the stars, right? Like, you know, because the arcs that left.
Keys in fluff dung before, and always wondered what they'd unlock. Discover the rest, and you'll find more keys. There's plenty of poo to go around. Moog says you did good on that last monster. He hopes you have time to help him seek out the next one. It's not too far away, but that's no reason to waste time. If you keep at the haunt, Moog appreciates your company. Didn't have much.
He's got more quests than most people. Where am I going? Do I have a nearby place to warp to? You know, it's just like, I mean, even in like Splatoon, it's the only game that I can think of right now that takes place in a post-human society. After an apocalypse, right? Like, Fallout still has humans, both literally and technically. What's it? Another one, In the Aftermath? No, not In the Aftermath. That was that survival game. Not survival game, the colony building game, rather. What was it called? It's fairly interesting. I don't remember what it's called. Fuck. I liked it. I didn't get to play all of it. Well, not that I did get to play all of it. It's like an XCOM-like game that I was not amazing at. It also was fairly difficult. It was called... God, I can't remember. I feel I should go back and play it, either on my own or on stream. I'd probably be fine with that, but I don't think we'll do it anytime soon, TM. But, it's based off a board game. Not a board game, like a RPG game. But, it's really good. It was like, but it had a lot of, like, mutated human-animal things, hybrids, right? Just because there was a lot of radiation, but there were still people, right? A lot of them just had, like, weird powers and stuff. But, that game still had humans in it, right? Or some continuation of humanity, right? Splatoon is the only one I can think of off the top of my head that you play as a post-human race, right? Like a race that seceded humans. Seceded? Whatever. Whatever the word I'm looking for is. I'm sure somebody else can figure it out, because, God, brain stopped working thinking too hardy. But even then, there's still, like, the effects of humanity on that world, right? There was the, Splatoon 1, you find out Judd is, like, a cat that was cryogenically frozen. You find, like, you know, that person playing the Wii. And then there was, right, you see, they still talked about, like, humanity left Earth. Oh my God, that would be really cool for Splatoon 3. If fucking people come back and that's what the war is, like the war against humanity or some shit. I don't know. Because lands, like, you know, the Earth's clearly, like, livable again. Granted, a lot of it's underwater, supposedly, I think, right? Because that's the whole point of, like, Splatoon, is that there was a large flood and octolings and inklings fought over the remaining land. Right? I really like Splatoon.
Spark plug,
I like
a place where they make the zap sparks for your go juice needs.
I really like Nintendo when they, like, do stuff like that. Like, their world building is amazing. For games like the Zelda games, for things like, you know, Splatoon has a lot of really interesting lore. I mean, not all the stuff there is 100% believable. Like the machines are a bit, you know, a bit wacky, but that helps make it fun, right? And I can definitely suspend my disbelief for long enough to accept those things as, you know, a form of reality. But you know, I think they suggested that humanity had left Earth on rockets, and Judd was one of, like, you know, Judd was a cryogenically frozen cat that some guy tried to save, and then I think the other one was, like, a clone of Judd or something. But I don't remember the other cat's name. He wasn't really important ever. I mean, just let them deal with that for a little bit. But, like, you know, there was the Empire State Building at the end of Splatoon 2. At the end of the DLC of Splatoon 2. Right, I thought that was a machine, it's a guy. I'll let him kill them. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want them to fucking try to fight me while I'm trying to fight him. But, like, you know, there's the machine that's supposed to pass on all human knowledge to the next sentient race that's trying to judge whether they're worthy or not, and, you know, he's turning them all into slurry because he doesn't find any of them to be worthy. Hopefully he's not healing. I think he did a bit. I wonder if by not being in combat with that little guy, he's technically immortal. Right? Because I don't know how they've coded it. I don't know how games mostly normally handle that kind of stuff. But since I can't see his health bar, there's no way for me to know how much health he has. So he could effectively be immortal right now because his health could be healing because I'm not in combat with him. Right? Because I know that once I exit combat with him, they do that, like, you know... Fucking bastard. Yeah, look, this guy had a full health. Right? They do that, like, that classic RPG leash mechanic, where they get leashed, and then, they get... Oh, fuck, it healed him anyway. I don't know. I'm currently... I'm very, I'm looking forward to Splatoon 3. I don't think I played as much as Splatoon 2 as I really would have wanted to, but, you know, not a big deal. I mean, technically I can still play it right now if I really was dying to play Splatoon 2. But, I think the story is enough, right? And then you get to play, like, you know, the multiplayer is extra. I mean, fuck, I did a fair number of streams on Splatoon 2 on the channel, I think. There was, like, some 12 or 13. I did the main storyline, and I did some multiplayer, and I did the DLC. So, I definitely, you know, showed it off, and did get a good chunk of time out of it. Doesn't mean that, like, you know, in hindsight, I don't regret not playing it more, you know? But, you know, I'm interested to see what Splatoon 3 brings to the stage. What interesting lore, what interesting, you know...
Something has to be able to open this lock.
Sorry, it's a lot slower, man. If it weren't slower, I'd be a lot more interested in it. Okay. In order to avoid me losing my mind, let's just warp back. The problem is he lives in the middle of the wasteland, which you need to ride the mech through. That's be annoying to walk each time. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, that's what I said. Right? These quests, they're a lot of back and forth, which is really annoying because, like, you know, A, I'm not doing it in, like, a reasonable pace. I'm just kind of rushing through his quest line, more or less, in an attempt to get him to come on the arc with us so I can go to out of date, which should, in theory, end the game. I feel like we're probably pretty close to the end. Right? We've united the tribes, we've killed the world eaters. They said he was talking about his last plans. You know?
Moog says he's impressed. Moog says that thanks to you, once he gets the word out, your friend, he guesses you're thinking the exact opposite, and you're still eager to find more. Claims he can always help you come up with a... Heard you haunted up an ark for yourself. Now, that's one amazing kind of prize. Imagine what you could haunt with that. Thinks that's the kind of problem he could help solve. Thinks you might not use the ark much if the world's fine, but he'd take it out even more. Perfect for a haunting safari. Doesn't know why you try keeping
it's spelled
things
the same.
that need killing. Either way, though, that...
But
So, what we have here...
it's Surf Ari.
If you want to...
But you know...
You just keep saying the same thing over and over again. It's not fun.
Doesn't think the two of you make a good match. Moog's glad you keep coming back.
Oh my god.
Will be a rock.
So that's, you know. God damn it. Let's see if Gulp wants to come. There's also an achievement for, like, drinking with Gulp, I think. So it's worth a shot. If he's got a quest line, I think I'm ready to say fuck him. If he doesn't want to just come with me. Gulp's the last fucking shot. I turned down everybody else, okay? All the other three, I mean, I guess I could go to, like, that weird chameleon guy who likes lamps. But Gulp also seems like a bit of a gunslinger, which is, you know, again, muscle, which is the whole, like, last point of the thing, just somebody to guard.
Gulp says he'll be... That leads him to... He's not in a state to go looking, so he's counting on you to help. Go for... Thanks you for...
Okay, you know what? That's pretty close. I don't understand why the Googlite couldn't be summoned in those other areas, though.
This gutway has centuries of old waste.
Eye on the road. What that was shooting for? Oh, this isn't one of those fill it up kind of things? Maybe not. You know, I bet you, right? So, the first of those trails you find for the God, brain farting, no hard thinking. It feels like my nose is bleeding, but it's not. God, ugh, it's a terrible feeling. Ah, hi guy. I thought you were dead. I bet you the so because I hadn't been finding the automaton things beforehand, I bet you that the reason the marker for the trail hunts never moved was because I never found the first automaton one. That was in that little town that we came across, like the one that we had the first town we entered. Like with the first trail marker we found and everything. So maybe if I went back there and finished up that, it would move. Is the sick, like, what happens when it gets full sick? Do they just die? Is that why some people just randomly died at different healths? Or is it just that this does more damage than I think it does? I don't know. I bet that's the issue, because like it seems like a lot of them do kind of move to the next area. For example, with like the guitar playing and the muscle lifting and whatnot, seem to move along with where the next one was to give you kind of a general sense of a direction. I feel like I should be doing more damage, you know? Like, I spent a lot of points on strength. I've got fairly good weapons. I feel like I'm not doing my full potential, you know? And that's in every sense of my life. Dead before you even hit the ground. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, I thought I was doing it wrong because it was making like a weird clicking noise. I also kind of thought it was a mash game, so I wasn't mashing the button first.
Flex those smart muscles and open the hatch. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That should be enough glow juice for two.
Surprised you can't fast travel from in here. Seems a little bit silly. guess it makes some sense, you know? It's probably its own, like, area. Doesn't mean I can't be upset about it. I'm allowed to be a big whiny baby. I think people would prefer if I wasn't, but, you know... I wonder, right, if, the game determines what kind of loot's in the area at first, or if it's set to be that loot, right? You know what I mean? Like, is loot randomized, then the game says, like, okay, there's this amount of superb loot in the area, you know, look for it. This amount of, you know, regular loot, this amount of... Like, because there's a red and yellow, right? And, you know how it is, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Everything he does it big. Let's went the other way. And I missed the thing up there as well. I don't particularly care at this moment. It's probably one add-on I'm never going to use. This one simple add-on you will never see me use. Doctors hate him. Min-maxers. Min-maxers hate him. With this one little add-on, you can never use it either. Can I summon the glider here? Okay, fuck it. I don't care if I'm 5 feet away. I don't care if it might be faster to walk than it would be to teleport. I'm lazy today. Because I'm getting near the end of the game, and I'm kind of fed up with it a little bit. I kind of a little bit disappointed by the game. Ever so slightly. Let's put it this way. If he's not coming with, that's it. The ship's technically full.
Gulp says he wants to take you with him on a super funny happy slide. Sharing is caring. One drink for two is just right. Gulp says seeing your face is like seeing his own reflection at the bottom of a glass. It never gets old. He's been looking forward to a rendezvous. It's on you to make
I
it
like
happen.
that, right?
There's
If you and your friends are
even
going out
chance
drinking, you're
syrup is
rendezvousing.
more intoxicating now from being aged in a radiated tanker. He's sure there are even more tanker trucks with radium syrup out there waiting to be emptied. Tells you that this time Gulp says drinking will be
Fuck him. Okay, go. Enjoy your, wait.
Gulp thanks. Gulp says he just can't get. He really appreciates, so he intends to keep the promise he gave you when you first met. He's got a few things, you see, that no one else has. Claims to understand the Gulp says he's heard a juicy rumor that you found an ark. He figures that hard to know what you do with an ark. If says he's ready to toast your F. Wants to know if you might want.
So, what we have here is an opportunity.
Yeah, I know.
If you want
Yeah, they're gonna keep saying the exact same thing over and over again.
Cannot believe you chose him to. It's hard to understand the guzzle will be around.
Beautiful. We've now got all 4 people for the arc. We've got an alcoholic and 3 useful people. Plus, you know, a guy with 1 leg and a Sifu who's more about peace than he's about prosperity or whatever. The ultimate light Sifu, if you would. Mm. The underserved hatch? Oh, is this for Gulp or something? I don't know. Or is that the reward Gulp had offered me? Whatever. I wonder if you have to have like if I maxed out dark and like if I got like more dark enough to like maybe like 30, because 30 is what you need I think for the unlocks for psychic powers and whatnot. I wonder if that would be enough, or is it like under a certain amount of light as well?
The end of the world are everywhere. It seems nature is preparing to take revenge. The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end date. If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, light-hearted beings you've met have earned a seat on the Ark yet, it's time to do that now. Then grasp your last chance to make sure Lupin stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but it left yours half done. He says you need to see Lupin eye to eye one last time. He's happy to help. So, says...
He's happy to help! It's just... Oh, fuck. Can I work from here? Nope. Okay. Because Lupin's just on the other side of the fucking tree. Could I have offered him a seat? Hey, Lupin, I know you killed my mom and dad and, you know, probably murdered a lot of extra people you didn't really need to, but you want to come with? You, down to clown, buddy? I feel this would be more of a pain in the butt than it needs to be if I walk it, but whatever. Stuck on a rock, stuck on a rock, stuck on a rock, rock, rock. Look at your cock, stuck on a rock, rock, rock. Yeah, it's good because those two songs are related. You want to know how they're related? It's like 2 degrees of bacon, cock and jizz. There you go. That's it. Because for some reason the guy who, I guess George Lucas, I think, decided jizz was a good name for the Star Wars music. As I'm sure most people already know. I mean, honestly, if you don't know that fact yet, what, you've been living under a rock? Roxanne. No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? I mean, dude, he's been stuck in a tree for like a fucking week. He's probably dead by now.
The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe. That the world seems to survive doesn't mean he must. He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your light-hearted nature. There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it.
Oh, fuck it. Kill him then. He gets to come out of the tree.
His own fear was his shadows, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it.
Yeah, the tribe's not going to be able to deal with this guy. I have a problem with killing him myself. Look, it's not... There's a difference, right? So, like, you know, Lupin's... He's got his very sad sob story, right? You know, his mother was a carnivore, and my mom killed him, and killed her, and now he wants to get revenge. He wanted to get revenge for his mom on my mom, and on me for, you know, being alive, actually, what he said.
The Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor?
Right. Which, it's really stupid that he wanted revenge by... He wanted to get his revenge on me for what my mom did. Oh, sorry, no. He wanted to get his revenge on my mom by leaving me alive without her. Even though by being dead, she can't experience the revenge, like, you know? Right? Like, you know. At least that's my personal take on it, you know? Why wouldn't you kill my mom and leave... Kill me and leave my mom alive to suffer for... what she did?
If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're up.
God, he's so fucking... I hate those grab attacks. I mean, this is really the only way to deal with these larger creatures, is to you know, do this. Even though I've done a melee build, you get too close to them and it's, you know, suddenly just too much of a fucking issue to, like, melee fighting the bigger creatures is just such a pain in the ass.
Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power.
God, did he really have to go fucking another 3 rounds of combat with him? Jeez Louise, what is that? Wow, this does like no damage. Oh boy.
The more he does, the stronger he becomes.
I don't understand. Why is he becoming stronger? He's just so fucking fueled by hatred and anger that the more like damage he takes, the stronger he gets, or because you said the more he does, the stronger he becomes. It's kind of silly, you know what I mean? The more he exists, the stronger he becomes.
It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way.
I'm sorry, is there another real enemy here? I'm confused. Is it the tree? I'm confused. Am I supposed to let him kill me or something? Like, what does that even mean? It feels like there's more to it if you say shit like that. Like, who's the real enemy here? Time? Is the answer to the real time? Also, why did the tree want revenge on him? Did he make the world eaters attack it or something? Like, I don't understand why the tree would have wanted revenge. Or why the tree is sentient enough to want revenge. Like, to be fair, Lupin was just a hunter of the... No.
The predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
Is he supposed to be like human or something? Because he's got like 8 feet. I guess he's not human, but like, you know, some kind of like human replacement.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
That was unexpected, but welcome. The big bad predator left for dead. I wouldn't have wanted to miss this for the world.
I think the thing we're really missing here is someone with a heart and soul. The only thing we've got left are those who've lost their minds.
Heart and soul, life and death are one thread. The same line viewed from different sides. It's just that my side is so chosen.
Well, anyone in their right mind can see you're lost. But you're right about the thread. Unfortunately, it's been very dark and has run throughout. Taken friends, parents, and now yet another life.
I think
We all make choices, but in
it's
the
such a
end,
fucking
our
weird, like,
choices make
voice
us.
of, like,
There's
right and
no
wrong.
peace without forgiveness.
in the end, right? Like killing him is
It's no better time
a semi-evil
now
thing to
accept
do.
a helping hand.
But at the same rate, like, he's not gonna make it in the world coming up. He's not gonna, what would prolonging his life do, right? It would put him even more out of fucking place in a world that, wouldn't accept him. It would, I don't understand, right? I get it's evil, but, like, it's kind of a mercy killing, right? He's a fucking monster.
Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things differently?
He's the
A left
fucking...
when you went right, a yes when you said no. You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other.
If I would have mutated, would that change my mother's face as well? Because I know my mother's just based off
This
my
isn't the end.
parents.
Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow.
So we're still getting in the arc. We're still leaving, right? That nature's going to heal itself so hard that everybody's going to die.
As foretold, you were destined to split the chains of this world. But you're not alone. You filled the arc, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey.
I like how my conscience is physically altering the world around
Is
it.
there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way. A beginning of something new.
I'd like a little bit more of a coherent ending. Like, why did we get in the arc and close ourselves in tubes if we saved the world? I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand. I think it wanted to have different endings, but kind of also just had the same one? I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this game, to be honest. I think it's a good game. Like, okay. I don't think I'll be doing the New Game Plus, at the very least not on the stream. I've got a couple, other games I'd like to play as well. Specifically, I guess tomorrow is, sorry if I, wanted to look at the main menu, but tomorrow's going to be Pathfinder for sure, and then I'm thinking of trying out, I got a game that was, I got a free game, like a review copy of a game kind of thing. So that seemed kind of interesting, but I can't play it till at least the 12th. So, 13th would be a fine day to play it. give it a check out, see what it's about, and whether or not we want to finish it or not, or what it's, just give it a good once over, decide whether or not we like it, and then if not, I've got something else lined up anyway. So we can solve that problem tomorrow. Don't know why I decided to sing that. Either way, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Do the stuff to videos you like that you will do to this video. Do this video the stuff that you know what I mean. Like, comment, subscribe, do that stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably. Hopefully. God, if I don't have to go to that stupid fucking party. Bye!